Okay, so I just discovered something that explained a lot of things to me as to why different people have different sort of like tolerances for debt, and also different attitudes towards debt. Okay, so I just found out about amortized debt, unamortized debt, and credit card debt, which is what they would call open-ended debt. All right. So, okay, so here's the difference and why they say credit card debt is the worst. Because credit card debt is like training on your own. Is the worst. Is the worst. All right. Okay, so I'm going to use the analogy of like, phys ed, physical education, physical fitness. Amortization, most commonly used in a mortgage, right, is like you make monthly payments that includes the principal, which is like the original price you paid for, right, plus the interest, right, and that's your monthly payment, right? That's over over a certain period of time, like agreed a period of time. It can be 10 years, could be 20 years, could even be 5, just whatever period of time you agree with the bank. And then they calculated what your payments are, which is a combination of two things: your interest, right, that they charge you for lending you the money up front, right, and also not only you paying the interest, you also get you're paying back the principal, which is the original amount you were lent. All right, so that's over the amount of time you agreed, and if you choose a short amount of time, the payment's higher. If you choose a long period of time, payment's smaller. Amortized, right? Either way, there's a certain amount, but then you're fixed. Like after that amount of time, you're all paid off. Amortized, you're all paid off. So in terms of physical fitness or anything like that, it's like working with a trainer. Right? Yeah, it's working with a trainer, and like after a certain period of time, boom, you're big, right? And then there's unamortized, which also I thought unamortized had to do with not having an end date. It does have an end date, but the way it works is the amortized, the monthly payment is a combination of your debt, your interest, and your original amount, right? But the unamortized, your monthly payment is just your interest. And at the end of the agreed time, you pay back the original amount in full. So it's kind of like working out on your own. You understand? So what happens is, say I'm both the banker and the borrower, right? So I'll play the banker and the borrower, right? So I go in, I sit down, I meet the banker, say I would like to borrow $100,000. That's the original amount, right? And so if I want an unamortized loan, to say like this, okay. So you want an unamortized loan for like 5 years. I'll give you $100,000 right now. And every month for the next 5 years, you pay me the interest. And then at the end of the 5 years, you come back and you pay me back the $100,000. Because that's why you need a loan, right? It's like, or you can also say like, I need a $100,000 loan for next week, until next week. I'm like that. I only need a $100,000 loan until next week. And it's like, okay. In that case, right, you owe me this interest every day. And then at the end of next week, you come back with that $100,000 in full. That's an unamortized loan. All right. Okay. So an amortized loan is like this. I'll give you that $100,000 till next week, but every day I want a bit of that $100,000 plus my interest on top. At the end, by the time next week comes around, you don't have to come back because the full amount, $100,000 plus the interest I charge, has been paid to me. So that's amortized, that's unamortized. And then there's credit card debt, which is the worst because it's open-ended. It's like I just spent like $100,000 on my credit card, right? And the credit card and the credit card, and I asked him, when do you want your 100,000 back? Credit card covers like, we don't need it back, so long as you keep paying us interest. So so it's like I never have to pay you back that 100,000. I just keep paying interest. It's like, that's right. Until you die or something, and then we'll take it from your what you have left on Earth. But theoretically, you never have to pay us that 100,000 back. You just keep paying interest. I was like, you serious? Like, yeah, we're serious. It's the worst deal on Earth. Because when you die, whatever you thought you had, they take it. Losers.